I certainly thought a lot of really good things to take from tonight's game. Really proud of the way our kids came out and started the game. I mean, to come off to a 25-5 start, holding them to 5 points, was outstanding. I think coming into this, obviously we had dominated the game at their place, so you always worry about not taking a game for granted, but you just don't want your kids to relax. And so I was really proud of the way our kids came out and showed a lot of maturity and really came out and handled it from the start.
Go ahead.
I have something for the very end.
Okay, cool. That works. All right, so Coach, big win, as you said, right? No complacency, no issues there. So I guess tonight, what did you guys do right in a huge blowout win? But what did you see that you guys need to work on for Saturday's much better opponent?
Well, one of the things coming into the game, we'd given up 66 points to them at their place. As well as we played offensively, I thought there were a lot of things we could have tightened up defensively. So to hold them, 20 fewer than what we gave up at their place, we gave them 10 threes at their place and held them to 4 tonight. So those were certainly things we were focusing on coming in to try to limit them. Things that we need to fix and work on. I don't want to say because I know other assistant coaches, if you're getting ready for a scout off and listen to these media, radio, things like that. So I'd keep that close to the vest.
I do. But one of the dangers of having kind of a back-to-back like this is, right, your team blows out an opponent. It wasn't close hardly at all. But then Saturday's going to be a much tougher opponent. So I guess how do you keep them locked in and say, hey, remember, guys, that was 2 days ago. We played a weaker opponent today. We're going to have a really tough opponent. How do you kind of keep them locked in there? Well,
I think just in general, I just talked about, prior to the game, halftime of the game, even timeouts, like this is about building habits. It's not necessarily about just playing Bradley. And so I think the focus is, we're trying to play to our highest standard possible. And, we've got to set the bar. And regardless who we're playing, whether it's practice, whether it's games right now, really right now, kind of late in the season, you're trying to cut practice time down anyways. Like the best practice you can get at times is playing against another team just because you're trying to, limit minutes in practice. And it gets to be a long season with practice. They're not as motivated in practice like they are, earlier in the year. Not that they haven't done a good job, but it's just the reality. You're just cutting your time down. And so I think more than anything, just focusing on having really good habits, and that's mentally being sharp. That's physically just tightening up some things we need to do. And it's not just about this game. It's about bigger picture stuff too.
You guys stay at third in the conference after this win. How important is it to stay at third, especially with Illinois State trailing right behind at fourth and the tournament right around the corner?
Yeah, I mean, we want to win every game possible, and so put ourselves in the best position possible heading into the conference tournament. I think we, kind of control our own destiny from that standpoint, and, just talk about, wanting to have a lot of momentum heading into the tournament, and that starts with how we prepare, how we practice, how we are at shoot-arounds, then how we play, and then took care of that today, and then now tomorrow it's how we prepare getting ready for Illinois State, and then how you continue to play. So I think just one day at a time, again, just trying to build as good a habits as possible and get us playing at the highest level possible and just maximizing what we have.
Between the nucleus of what you brought back and how they've really been able to help the younger players move along and kind of come together to have a really good harmony in play, is there anything certain you're looking for extra out of the younger group here that you've got coming along pretty well, or is everybody kind of meshing the way you expected to, I guess, around this part of the season?
Yeah, I think things are coming together. I think that we're doing a lot of things really well. I think that there's certainly things that you're always trying to improve and get a little bit better. But I think mentally and physically, knock on wood, that we're in a good place. Kind of moving forward. Obviously, next biggest game on your schedule is Saturday, and that remains our sole focus. Having good preparation tomorrow, and then coming out and hopefully. Having a great game on Saturday and then kind of moving, onto what's next on your slate. But I think more than anything, just staying focused on task at hand. The young kids keep doing the things that they've done well at this point to help us, and just keep building on that. The returners, really everybody, keep doing the things that they've been doing well and try to minimize some areas that we need to fix and continue just to have growth and just continue to try to get better with every opportunity that we have, whether it be practice, shoot around, game, any opportunity you have, just try to get a little bit better every day.
you've talked about how physical this league is, that like this level of play is for some of the freshmen, and Cayman's talked about that as well. Are you maybe pleasantly surprised to see that Cayman and Kira and those girls, like they're handling the physicality, they're handling the pace of this level as good as they are?
I think if you look at them, when we recruit them, I mean, they've got college bodies. Certainly they're probably had never been in the weight room as much as they are now, and how we've developed them. But I think just from a physical standpoint, Kira being a big guard, Cayman's a strong athletic guard. I think they, in the recruiting process, it's something you look for too. That I think that's why I had a lot of confidence that they could come in as freshmen and impact us. I mean, even if you look at Lewis and how she's been contributing to us, like I think they physically have been, they've come from good programs and they've been ready, and then they have some God-given gifts as well that they're maximizing.
To finish out the season on the road, what kind of emotion does that elicit from the players coming up on Saturday, and then the mentality for the rest of the season?
I haven't really thought about, too far ahead past Saturday, to be honest. Just knowing that, how we finish out is a huge stretch for us. So I think more than anything, just trying to finish really strong here at home with the opportunity we have. And then, as you asked me that question, thinking ahead about it, that, it's when you go on the road, I mean, those are going to be two huge games for us. And it's really important that we're ready, which, we will be. But I think most importantly, just right now, kind of finishing out strong here with the last game on Saturday.